No hospital anywhere in the United States has ever verified that Barack Hussein Obama was born there. No house anywhere in the United States has ever been designated as Barack Hussein Obama's birthplace. No state or city or neighborhood anywhere in the United States has a monument or a proclamation stating officially that Barack Hussein Obama was born there. What's the significance of these factors? All three of those proclamations exist for George H. Bush, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Ronald Reagan, and Jimmy Carter, for example. Why not Barack Hussein Obama? Isn't he supposed to be the one? Why won't anyone claim that they are the official, documented, verified home of the one? Why has not one boyhood neighbor come forward, one delivery doctor, or one nurse? Why have they not come forward claiming that they were there when Barack Obama was born? No one who was at his birth has ever come forward with this proclamation, except for a couple of people. Barack Hussein Obama's grandmother said she was present at his birth in Kenya. Barack Hussein Obama's stepsister said that she was present at his birth in Kenya. Kenyan Ambassador Ogego says, "Everyone here knows that he was born here and where he was born, and we plan to put a monument there." Ogego later claimed that he was misunderstood in his statement. Anti-birther Chris Matthews recently stated, apparently Obama does not have a long-form birth certificate. Matthews still maintains that people who want to see a long-form birth certificate with a hospital's name on it are crazy. Anti-birther libertarian talk show personality and author Neil Bortz recently stated on a live nationally syndicated broadcast that it now seems quite possible that Barack Hussein Obama has no Hawaii birth certificate. He said this in light of the startling revelation from Governor Neil Abercrombie that the governor could not yet produce a Hawaii long-form birth certificate for Obama. Hawaiian Governor Democrat Neil Abercrombie ran on the platform of being able to produce Barack Hussein Obama's long-form birth certificate, which gives a doctor's name and a hospital name. He said in doing this, he would finally shut up the stupid birthers. He also says that he was there when Barack Hussein Obama was born. As of this date, Governor Abercrombie has not yet produced a birth certificate, after much prodding to do so, and a newspaper interview with the Honolulu Star-Advertiser asking him if he had produced it yet. Now the governor says that he was not there when Barack Hussein Obama was born, but rather knew Barack Obama when he was a toddler living in Hawaii. Several days after the Star-Advertiser had its interview with the governor, the Hawaii Department of Health director was terminated by Governor Abercrombie. The health director says he has no idea why he was terminated. Former Hawaii elections official Tim Adams, some months back, made national headline news by proclaiming that he personally searched for Barack Hussein Obama's long-form certificate in Hawaii in an official search in the capacity of his office, and yet he was unable to produce one. Tim Adams maintains that Barack Hussein Obama has no Hawaii birth certificate. Tim Adams has since signed a sworn affidavit to that effect and states categorically that he is willing to testify in court under oath to that fact. Look who can't produce a birth certificate for Obama.
Her name is Dr. Lori Roth, and here she is again, right now.
Dr. Jerry Corsi has joined us for a few minutes. He's at an event, and he is writing 2 or 3 other books, and you have Where's the Birth Certificate? No doubt a runaway hit again, like Abomination, if not more so, coming out in a few months. People can pre-order that. Jerry, I only have you for a few minutes. I've been quoting you and talking about our conversation at CPAC last week in D.C. and my articles, because I think it's really unforgivable. I said in my article today, I think it's unforgivable that most of the mainstream media, even the Glenn Becks and the Bill O'Reillys and the people that should know better and the Foxes, why they demonize people they call birthers. And we're weird people. We're tin helmet people. God knows what they think of you. And now with this book, but you've done the research in Hawaii. You said something to me. We haven't found the birth certificate, but you said something that stuck in my mind, and I quoted you on it. The real story is that Obama lied.
That's the story. I mean, Obama's lied about his birth. I call it his birth nativity story. And look, there is no, when I was in 2008 in Hawaii, we had private investigators. We went to all the hospitals. There's no birth records of Obama. And the reason we're getting demonized is because the Obama people know that this is a lethal issue. This issue begins to get hold with the American people. My book comes out. You know, George put it up on his site for 2 days last week, and the book went to number 500 on Amazon. Got Amazon calling me today, positioning the book and getting ready for it. And this is 3 months before publication, Lori. 3 months. It won't be out until May 17th.
Well, let's speculate a little bit. Only God knows what's going to happen. We've had Glenn Beck kind of minimize the story. Bill O'Reilly has called us names. Ann Coulter has even minimized it. Even Andrew Breitbart is minimized. I mean, there is a whole movement of marginalizing and minimizing and insulting anybody that deals with this issue.
The birth certificate is going to be a huge book, and I expect this to be one of the most difficult books of my life because it's going to be so potentially dangerous and toxic to the Obama re-election campaign.
Well, I pray that it will be, because if anyone has studied you and your career and your reputation, they know that you'll dig to China for a real story, and you could give diddly squat how popular you are, unpopular. You are a real investigative journalist that goes to China for the story. That's why when you told me that you'd gone through the records, that you'd done the research, and you know for a fact that he was not born in Hawaii, that's all I need to hear. And that the question I have then is, how is Bill O'Reilly so sure? How is he so sure to marginalize this story all this time when he's supposed to be Mr. No Spin? That's all he does is spin like a dadgum tornado.
Well, and look, Lori, if Abercrombie, the governor, had been able to find any birth records, he'd have released them. So now I'm getting calls from Hawaii that they're in the process of forging documents for Obama. And if they release forged documents, they're going to be committing felonies. And it'll be discovered. So, I mean, they're really in a bind. Because if Obama was not born in Hawaii, and that gets to be known, he's lied. And I think he's lied from the very beginning about all of his birth credentials. And I found that out when it was clear his mother left Hawaii within 3 weeks of when the baby was born. Where Obama always said his mother stayed in Hawaii. She wasn't in Hawaii. The family never lived together as a family. And Abercrombie saying he knows Obama and he knew him when he was a kid. So, well, New York Times said, were you there at the hospital when he was born? Abercrombie said no. And he couldn't have spent any time with, Barack Obama Sr., Ann Dunham, and the baby, because Ann Dunham was in Seattle going to the University of Washington taking extension courses. So it's all a lie. Barack Obama has lied, and that's the key issue.